Hello, and welcome back to the Ginger and Spice podcast.
Woo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Zodiac Academy.
Yes.
We are doing Book 2, Ruthless FAE. We had big hopes for this one, didn't we? Because
big time.
books 1 and 1.5 and 0.5, you didn't really get much from them.
No, nothing too much happened. I mean, it was a nice opener. But
Yeah.
this one, it kicked in.
We were like setting the scene in those first, I want to say first 3 books, but obviously it was 1 book and two novellas. Yeah, so I had high hopes for this one. I was really, really hoping to get into some action, some nitty gritty,
sure.
get some plot. I don't, not to say that there wasn't plot in the other books, there was, but it was like you say, it was the opener to the plot. To begin with, book 2, Ruthless FAE, I would say, I don't want to say slow, but it was still very much in that setting the scene pace. And then as the book went on, more stuff started to happen more and more. I think at the end of our last episode, when we had said, what do we think will happen in the next one? Yeah. I think we had said that because it's called Ruthless FAE, we were expecting everyone to be quite ruthless in this, that the girls were going to start fighting back. And we did get some of that was where they started to retaliate against the boys' bullying, and they were essentially bullying back, which was nice. Because obviously in like bully romances, it's always the boys bullying the girls, usually. So to see the girls retaliating and not just taking it lying down and actually doing it back, I really like that.
It wasn't like full bullying.
No.
You know, like everything that they've done, the scenes were like we said before, like reality TV.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It was just like a little laugh.
It was,
yeah. It wasn't like anything too serious.
Yeah.
And I love that for them. I really did.
So obviously because this world is so big, each book, there isn't necessarily a rundown. I mean, because it's all happening in the same world and it's just a direct continuation. But to give a brief overview, maybe, of what's in this book.
So basically, everything kicked off in the last one. So at the beginning of this one, the girls decide that they want to leave. They want to go back to the mortal realm. So they go to Darius's room and steal his gold. And then they go and get the glitter dust from Professor Orion's office. However, Professor Orion then turns around to Darcy and says, "You're not a real Fae if you're just going to walk away and let the heirs get away with this. So, if you want to go, but you've got to find out another way." And she's like, "You know what? He's right. We are real Fae. We're here for a reason. We're going to stick around and we are going to fight."
Yep.
And that's where we're leading on to. I mean, they obviously wanted a bit of revenge on the boys. And then at the end, obviously, it really kicked off when the nymphs turned up.
Yeah. Those last scenes at the pitball match, it was giving Harry Potter Quidditch vibes, like with the crowds and the description of like, who had the ball and what they were doing and what was happening. And it was all like, go, 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 go. Yeah. And I really loved it, actually. Yeah.
And we listened to this on dramatized audio. And that last scene, couple of scenes from the pitball match onwards, that was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big part.
It was huge, yeah. And listening to it on graphic audio, and obviously you've got the crowd noises and everything like that, and the clapping and the chanting and all that in the drama. It was really good. It did make it feel really immersive. Like I said, when I was listening, I was really getting Harry Potter Quidditch vibes. That was my favourite section of the whole book, I would say. Okay, let's talk about the plot in this. And about the revenge aspects.
Let's talk about the revenge.
The ruthlessness of the Fae.
Yeah. I mean, I loved it because it was just so stupid. Like, the revenge wasn't really, like, hardcore revenge. It was like, have a bit of that.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Seth's was that they gave him fleas. That was great.
Yeah.
Darius's was that they took the gold and then planted the gold on one of Darius's friends for Darius to then find it and then fall out with this friend. Then we had Caleb. They put a Pegasus sex doll.
That's right, yeah.
In his room.
It's so stupid, isn't it?
So stupid.
So stupid. Really
so
silly. Yeah.
A Pegasus sex doll in his room, and then everyone was taking pictures. And Max's, so they got some Griffin shit. They put it in his pitbull costume, so that when he was playing, he would come up with a load of rashes. And I just thought, go on, girls.
The Griffin shit came about when they were in detention and they were made to clean up the Griffin shit as part of the detention, weren't they? And then she was like, someone said something about it being poisonous or something like that. And she was like, let me just pocket some of that safely. I could use that, in my revenge. And she did, and it was so fucking funny.
It was so good. All these bad things came out at the pitball match. So Max was itching. Seth had fleas. Darius was like really upset because of his friend. And it was just absolute carnage.
It was carnage of that pitball match. Yeah. All right. Should we talk about characters now?
Oh, Yes, please.
I think we've both got quite a lot we want to talk about in this because we really did see. I don't want to necessarily say development of the characters. It was just, I guess, the development of their story, their individual stories within the bigger story. Just the little things that happened, and obviously some new characters in this as well.
Yeah. So my first one that I wanted to talk about is the development of Max.
Yes.
Obviously, I've been complaining for the last 2 episodes about why is he even in this? It's fairly pointless. He's done nothing. However, he had a full conversation in this one. He really found his range.
And he had a little smooch.
So that scene when he was doing the song and Tori was then following the song so that she had to kiss him so that they could have their feelings connected or whatever it was. So that for me, I was like, this is Max. Because then she got into his mind, didn't she? And then she found out what had happened to him when he was younger and about all of his parents and stuff.
The legitimacy of his lineage.
And she started feeling a little bit sorry for him. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. I mean, they still did put Griffin shit on him.
So Max leads people to believe that he like sucks out people's fears because he wants them to fear him.
Yeah.
And actually what it is he enjoys the feeling of peace in that person after he removes their fear from them. So people think that he sucks the fear because he likes the feeling of the fear. Actually, he likes the feeling of their peace afterwards. Right. Then obviously coupled with the fact that he's not necessarily who he says he is, air and legitimacy wise, she kind of feels sorry for him a little bit, and she's like, Tori's then forced to keep this secret about him. I mean, it doesn't fucking stop him from being a prick to her later on.
He's still an absolute arsehole.
She's like, I think you'll find I know secrets about you, and you should be treading a bit more fucking carefully.
You should fucking shut up.
Yeah.
But I did put down, after they had the little smoochy smooch, because obviously I think I've been talking about this since book 1 as well.
Yeah.
Will he be in the wide shoe situation that's definitely happening?
Yeah.
Because if I'm wrong, whatever. But I can see this wide shoe situation coming a mile off between Darius, Tori, and Caleb.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to fucking riot.
Riot.
I will riot. Max could join in as well. In my head, this is what's going to happen.
What do you think Seth's going to be with then? No one.
Darcy.
Do you think?
Yeah. Her and Professor Orion are going to be together. Something's going to happen with him, and I think her and Seth are going to be like, have a little moment. That's in my head.
Oh, nice.
I
like it. I like where you're going with it. Do you want to talk about Lionel?
Yeah.
I don't really have any notes on Lionel, apart from the fact that like Darius challenges his dad, Lionel. I don't really have any other notes on him to us. He's still a prick.
I wrote Lionel down because obviously he's a massive fucking prick. And the bit that I was like, oh, like I get where you're going here, but at the same time, this is really, really bad, is when we find out that Xavier is a Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'll just kill him or something like that. And I thought that was quite terrible.
I mean, he's just
fucking dreadful.
A terrible human being.
I just don't like him at the minute.
Every story has to have like a villain, doesn't it?
You do have to have a villain. And that's fine. But just fucking get out of my space. Just back off, all right?
He is a knob.
Leave Darius alone. Leave Xavier alone. Let him go and fly with his glitter and that.
I tell you what I do want to talk about. I want to talk about Seth.
Yep, I love Seth so much.
So I've gone a little bit up and down with Seth because obviously I have really liked him.
Yeah.
And then I got to this book and I'll tell you the scene where I was like, and you're probably going to know, where I was like, I don't know if I can get on board with this now. I feel like you might have taken it a step too far.
What was it?
When he pissed on her legs. So Seth catches Tori in the woods after she's digging up the gold.
Yeah.
And he like pins her down and then he turns it back into a werewolf and then he pisses over her leg and then his pack come over and piss all over her legs as well. And she literally stinks of werewolf piss.
Yeah.
And I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I'm not joking because I was like, I was literally like this, listening to it.
Wait, is it really bad that I was like, okay.
No, that was so bad. They pissed on her.
Really bad. Of course it was
He
bad.
peed on her.
It's not bad. I'm just saying. I was like, okay.
You're too desensitized to the bullying in this now. You've got rose-tinted glasses on for Seth.
I know. I think I do quite like him.
At that point, I was like, Seth's back in my bad books now. Like, so he's kind of gone up and down a little bit. He's really gonna have to pull out all the stops to get out my bad books. Yeah.
I like that. So one of the quotes that I really loved, it was a FAE book situation.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
This FAE book situation is so funny.
It's so good.
FAE book is like Facebook, but for the FAE, by the way.
This was the situation where Tyler had done a comment on Facebook basically saying that Seth is in love with Darcy, and then Kylie was like crying, and then it was all kicking off. So then Seth came to Facebook and said the following: fun game, let's flip it around and play 2 lies and 1 truth at Tyler. Your mum was the best day of my life. Your dad was the second. Your face is going through a brick wall the next time I see you. In brackets, hint, both your parents suck in bed. I was like, yes, sir. I love you.
It's really hard to dislike him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he does stuff like pissing on her leg and he's a total prick. And I'm like, oh, Seth, for God's sake, I just started to like you again. Like, you were funny a minute ago.
Yeah.
He's like the ADHD kid that just takes it too fucking far.
100%.
Every time they just take it too far.
Yeah. It's all okay, and then it's building and building and building, and then he just snaps and does something so fucking stupid.
And everyone's like, oh, for fuck's sake,
He's
Seth.
done it again.
Yeah, he is literally like that.
I love him, because I don't have to deal with him.
Yeah. Because he's not pissing on your leg.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fine.
if he pissed on your leg, I'd be like, lol.
Yeah, but if you pissed
That's
on
a
your
lie.
leg,
I'd kick off.
yeah,
He'd
exactly.
be right in my bad book.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking about Seth, the scene when he catches Darcy in his wardrobe and he's like having an orgy with his pack, she's like, holy shit, this is insane. She's like, I literally can't look away, but I know that I shouldn't be looking.
I don't know. I think that's why I think something's going to happen between both of them, because there's
No, you're not
there's
wrong.
something
Yeah.
coming.
So she obviously comes out of the wardrobe and she tries to sneak off, doesn't she? And then he catches her, and then he's obviously stark bollock naked and he's hard, and he's like basically rubbing up against her.
Yeah.
And then she's trying to deny the fact that she's getting turned on, and then obviously watching the orgy that's just continuing in the background.
Around.
And he's like, oh, I accidentally initiated you into my pack, and now you need to be like sworn in or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, you can either challenge me or you can please me. And she was basically like, fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
And do one. Oh, that's actually the scene when she rips his hair out. So Seth's like rubbing up against her, and she's like, oh, I'm going to entertain it for a minute and make him think that I'm into it, just so I can get my hands in his hair and then rip out a patch. So she like yanks on his hair to begin with, and then he's like, ooh, I like it. And then eventually she gives it a good old yank and takes a chunk of his hair out, and then she fucking scarpers off. She's like,
which is well deserved.
Yeah,
You've
absolutely.
done the same to her.
Yeah.
And he made a bracelet out of it.
I actually quite like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that he made a bracelet out of her blue hair.
You like the bully aspect of that.
Yeah, I mean, I do love a bully romance.
I know you do.
It's just some aspects, like it's because it's stupid bullying. It's not like, you know, in the darker romance bullying, like Lords of Pain, for example, where it's more like sexy and saucy kind of bullying. Whereas this is the literally stupid shit, like say, you know, covering someone in mud and feathers or whatever, and pissing on them, and, you know, putting shit inside their costume. Like, it's stupid kind of bullying. That's probably why. So some bits, although I do love a bully romance because of the tension it creates and everything, there are some parts where I've just been a bit like, oh, fucking come on. But it's the whole point, isn't it? It's supposed to be trash, like just ridiculous.
It is pure trash.
And I love it.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm so in.
I'm obsessed.
I can totally see already why this series is so many people's like Roman Empire and why they love it so much. It's not that it's like well written, it's this literary masterpiece. It's just fucking fun.
Yeah.
The vibes are vibing. It is so good. It is literally like Love Island, but in like an academia FAE setting.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I'm excited to see, because a lot of people they say about, is it 7 to 9? Once you get to 7 to 9, it kind of like drops off or whatever. We're only reading one book a week, so we're reading other things in between those books. Whereas a lot of people have probably gone like
back to back,
bash.
Yeah,
and then by the time they've got to that point, it's kind of like, oh god, this is a lot.
Yeah,
like a lot's gone on.
Bit bored now. And obviously the books get bigger as well as you go along. So by the time I can imagine you get to book 7, after you've read, especially if you've stopped at book 3 to read Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, you're adding in an extra 4 books before you even get to book 7. So by the time you get to book 7, you've potentially read about 12 books already. Do So yeah, I can totally see why people get to like 7 and maybe are a bit like, oh, I'm kind of bored now, and then take a break and never go back to it. I'm glad that we have other books in between to sort of cleanse the palette, because back to back it would be a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, in this world, you have so many different types of fae and characters. So you've got like Pegasus, you've got vampire, you've got all that kind of stuff, dragons, blah, blah, blah. But in this one, we were introduced to a Medusa, and she is the FIB, like the FBI.
Yeah, I'm with you. Of course.
The FIB. Yeah. And they said in the book that she was like, because of the way that she can see, obviously with Medusas, they've got like the snakes on their head and everything as well. But they said that she was like Mike from Monsters Inc. because she had one eye in her forehead. And I just thought that was a really odd visual.
It was really
a Medusa with like one eye on her forehead. I don't know if I've pictured it correctly, but that's what they said.
Oh, we also had, what was her name? Geraldine. She's
yes.
like a 3-headed dog or something.
Oh yeah.
Something absolutely random.
I feel like I totally skipped over that in all of the fucking madness. It's just when you actually deep it and you talk about these things, you realise how fucking mad it is.
It's wild.
It's mental.
It's wild keeping up with all of them. Right. Let's go into the spice.
The chili peppers. The chilies. Wait, should we do ratings now? Yeah. And then after we've done the chili ratings, we'll talk about the spice.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, let's do some ratings and we'll start with the stars. So what did you give it?
4.5.
I gave it 4.5.
Yeah, I just felt it was the second half of it, especially the end scenes at the pitball match really pulled this back for me. Like this is where I started to really get invested in the story and where it's going to go.
So the end of the book, obviously that's when we find out that Darius is now thinking, oh shit me, these girls have got power. Yeah. And I am actually quite scared.
Yeah. I feel like all the boys have known that all along. They've just been... I mean,
they're thick if they didn't realise. But...
they just refuse to accept it.
But now they have to.
Yeah. Because they've seen it physically with their own eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what do you expect? They've got all 4 elements. You've got 2. Okay, should we do chili ratings? Chili peppers. I gave it a 2 purely because we got a P and the V.
Yeah, I also gave it a 2 for that reason. There was a lot of talking about it and a lot of visuals.
Yeah,
because of Seth and his pack.
Yeah, it was kind of like background noise spice, wasn't it? You know, it wasn't really properly happening on page. Like the orgies weren't described or anything. But obviously, like the scenes, like say where you get like Seth and he's naked and he's drumming up against her. Yeah, it's definitely not more than the 2. No. But I'm really glad we got a P and the B action. If we would have had to have waited until the next book, I'd have been probably a little bit mad.
Would you?
Yeah, because I've been like, bloody hell, just one time at least.
Yeah. So we had the arse to crotch rubbing situation between Professor Orion and Darcy, but obviously he told her to get out and move on or whatever it was. So that was annoying. They did have a little smooch when they went swimming together, and he was kind of touching her waistband areas, but not going too far. And I just loved it.
Like you say, it was the tension, isn't it? That those kind of scenes create, and then it builds up and builds up so much that, like, even at this point when they just like brush fingers or hands, I'm like, oh
my god, it's gonna happen!
Stop the world! Stop. It's happening! It's happening! Yeah.
So the actual scene that we were given between Tori and Caleb, delightful, loved it, was well happy. As we said earlier, was running around, having a great time. Literally whooping.
Yeah. Hooting and hollering. Yeah. All over the shop.
All over the shop.
I didn't actually write the scene down. I just put, because I was so excited about listening to it, I just put Caleb fucks Tori. Woo, we have a P and a V.
Yeah, so they were at the manor and he says, I'll come and chase you around Lionel's manor. So he ends up chasing her. They end up in this room and then he puts a sound thing over them.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes, now we can be as loud as we want.
Yeah, baby.
I know what's happening now. And then they kiss, and then she does a bit of that action on him. And then, he gets her flat on her back and then drives it home.
Nice. Go on, Caleb.
Yeah.
Go on, son.
Yes. We know, don't we? We know. But I like Caleb. Like, obviously he's a bit of a dick, but he really did care for her.
Yeah.
Okay, so to finalise, should we do our favourite character, whether that person has changed or whether it's still the same person?
Yeah. Should we say it after 3?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1,
Lance.
Seth.
Hang on. So you were saying Seth's in my bad books, Seth, can't believe he pissed on her. All of this stuff, and now your favourite.
Yeah, but
Seth.
he's giving the most. He's giving me the most to talk about. He's giving me the most to think about, and he's just giving the most at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Darius, fine. You know, Lance, sexy. Obviously, I love him. But Seth is just he's just giving the most personality-wise at the moment. So, yeah. If we're going on, obviously, like, book boyfriend or something wise, then I'm talking about Lance, obviously, still.
Look at us. Look how easy we are.
I know.
I do love him.
Yeah.
A lot.
He may have pissed on her, but I do love him. Okay, so the next book 3, is called The Reckoning, and we'll be reading that next week, or listening to it in our ear holes.
In the old ear holes.
What do you think's going to happen?
So this is going to be the big
reckoning.
Debate, this is going to be the big reckoning.
Yeah.
Thing is, obviously now the boys know that if they're going to still take the girls down, which obviously they fucking won't, like the teamwork that happened at the end of this book was absolutely stunning. Like, clearly
I agree.
All work together.
I agree.
So I'm thinking they're going to end up working together.
What about the nymphs? Don't know where that's going.
I don't know where that's going.
No, me neither, actually, to be fair. Do you think it's going to be one of those things that's just going to be like sort of a background plot?
I think that's
through loads.
Just going to be a consistent thing, and then potentially at the end
it'll come to a head somewhere later on. Yeah. Rather than just being resolved now. Last point, spice-wise, who's going to get with who, do you think?
I'm still sticking with my guns. I'm going, why choose Tori, Darius, Caleb, Max now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going Darcy and Professor Orion until something fucks up between both of them, and she ends up with Seth.
Seth, yeah.
If she bangs Seth, I can't wait to see the logistics of that.
Oh my god, it's going to be fireworks.
Isn't
it's
it?
going to be amazing.
Oh my, that guy's going to be fucking everywhere.
I'm going to shut the whole world off, put myself in an empty room, and tell everyone to fuck off and leave me alone, just so I can enjoy that
With
scene through and through. Yeah.
I might get a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Bottle of wine for one.
Yeah.
And some Seth.
Yeah. In an empty room, and Seth in my ear holes.
Yeah. Sounds perfection.
So when I walk in, it's just you staring at a wall with a bottle of wine
and a straw.
Yeah, sweating, drawing little stick figures. Having sex, working out the logistics. Literally, that'd be what we're doing. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Right, I think that's it. I think that wraps it up. All right, see you next week for book 3, The Reckoning.
Woohoo!
Cheers.